Hello, in this video we're going to be tracking the same storm system that will bring severe weather for parts of Ohio Valley in the southeast, as we still got our hands chance for severe weather for parts of the Ohio Valley and parts of Florida with lightning risk, as the weather pattern is fixing to change in the next coming days and weeks, as we're going to see very warm temperatures in the east. Along with that, some more storm systems that will be working its way towards the central U.S. that will bring more severe weather, as we're going to have a very strong negative tinted trough coming around the 14th and the 15th. Along with this trough, we already have a day 5 enhanced chance for severe weather for parts of Oklahoma, Kansas, and northern Texas. Along with that, again on day 6. And the reason why we're going to have very strong severe weather on these days is thanks for the very strong low jet winds. We're going to have winds going to be very strong, 5,000 feet above our heads. Along with that, temperatures going to be very warm with the severe event, and also for the eastern U.S. So let's get right into the video. Alright everybody, so now let's get right into the video. So hope you're having a very good morning so far on April 11th, 2024. I am too. In this video, we got some big talk to talk about because the weather pattern is fixing to change. If you live in the eastern US, get ready because it's fixing for like summertime as we get between April 16th and April 18th, because it's going to be not only warm, but it's going to be hot, especially for the eastern US, because thanks for a lot of ridge that's fixing to build up. So yeah, but if you like these videos that we do on my channel, please hit that like button, subscribe, and let's get right into the video. Because before we get into the main topic of the video, we got another day of severe weather for parts of Ohio Valley, with the same storm system that brought all this severe weather for parts of Mississippi and Louisiana and Texas. It's still happening right now. Now it's all the way towards the East Coast U.S., bringing lots of rain, but lots of strong winds to parts of Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina. There's been a lot of flooding, and also this upper level low that's been up towards Ohio Valley. But what's driven this enhanced chance for Ohio Valley? Not the damaging winds. I mean, both damaging winds and tornadoes is going to be our main driven case today. And the main focus of severe weather is going to be focused on the Ohio Valley. So now, let's don't waste no time. Let's get right into the video. Let's head over towards storm redemption because we got severe weather again today. So we have a large area of margin risk staying far as north as New York and far as south as Melbourne, Florida. And also down towards the Ohio Valley, we got a slightly risk for parts of West Virginia, Pennsylvania, most of Ohio, and most of northeast Kentucky. And also we have a small area of a enhanced chance, a level 3 out of 5, one of our bigger chances of severe weather for parts of West Virginia, eastern Ohio, west Pennsylvania, and tip of northeast Kentucky. If I not pronounce Kentucky, I mean Kentucky, not Arkansas. Kentucky. And also we have another slightly risk for down towards the Panhandle, Florida. So we got 2 areas of severe weather. So we're gonna focus on Ohio Valley. We're not gonna focus on Florida that much. We're gonna focus on Ohio Valley because that's where most of the severe weather is gonna take place today. So now, tornado threat. There's a 10% risk for tornadoes. There's no hatch risk for tornadoes. It could get upgraded on the next update. By the time this video is up, we might get a hatch risk. But what's driven this enhanced risk for Ohio Valley? The tornado threat. And I'm fixing to tell you why. So we also have that 5% risk for tornadoes for parts of Virginia and West Virginia, and also down towards Florida. I don't want to know y'all. You also have a 5% risk for tornadoes, so y'all will see tornadoes today. So here you see states at risk for the tornado threat today, and also here you see states at risk for the severe event today. Damaging winds is still going to be a problem. We can see we have a 15% risk of seeing damaging winds, 50, 60 knot winds. So Florida, you will see some damaging winds, 15% risk for y'all. Also, we have a widespread 5% risk for damaging winds, and also a large area of 15% risk of seeing 50 to 60 knot damaging winds. And also, hail threat, not as high, but still there. We still have the hail threat for parts of Ohio Valley. So here you see states at risk for the damaging wind threat. Here you see states at risk for the large hail. Now let's get right towards the video. So let's get right towards our greens. So we are not going to focus on Florida because Florida's not going to be our main severe target today. It's going to be the Ohio Valley where we got that tornado risk, enhanced tornado risk. So first of all, we need our dew points because you definitely need dew points to support tornadoes. So we're going to have it today. Yes, dew points are going to be kind of on the low end. We don't have a whole lot, so that's why I think the main focus on our tornadoes today is probably going to be in eastern Ohio, is where we got the highest dew points. We got dew points in the low to mid 60s. So Ohio Valley and West Virginia, with West Virginia, be our main focus today. So we got a lot of dew points by the time we get towards 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, we got those dew points in the low to mid 60s, so definitely supporting enough for severe weather. Dew points, put a check on that. At Cape, values are going to also be there too. And yes, we don't have a whole lot of Cape, but we do have a decent amount of Cape. The Cape values is not super hot, but still, you really don't need much Cape. I mean, the wind energy is probably going to be hot, but the Cape, not as much. So the instability is probably at a low end. Now, wind energy. Yes, there's definitely going to be enough wind energy to support tornadoes. Not high, but still there. So we got anywhere from the low level jet winds is anywhere from 46 to 50 knots. So the low level jet winds, and I forgot to, guys, you probably weren't seeing this. I forgot to put my weather belt slot. Oh my. Let's start over. I hope y'all can see this much better now. So let's start right back over because I already know this video is going to be very long. So, because this is not even my main topic of my video, so this video is definitely going to be long. So, let's start back over. As we get later towards the day, we're going to have a lot of dew points of parts of the Ohio Valley in West Virginia. Then these dew points are out of here. Check on that. Instability, Cape values, how much storm energy is in the atmosphere, not a whole lot. We got anyone from 100 to 300 joules per coming gun. But guys, anything that's blue is energy. And the only thing you need is energy. It's not a whole lot of energy, but it's energy in the atmosphere to support thunderstorms. So, yeah. Now the wind energy. Low-level jet winds going to be pretty strong with the system too. Still strong enough to support tornadoes. You got 38 to 42 knot low-level jet winds. Yes, that's still enough to support tornadoes, so we will see tornadoes today. And the turn of winds will be a big problem too. So we can definitely put a wind. We could definitely put a check on the wind chill. Now tornado parameters. Now this is gonna be on the low end. Now I don't know why the storm center has a hand chance for severe weather if all the greens are not coming together. I know we don't need a whole lot of instability, but the wind chill is what you need the most. The wind chill and those dew points is what you need the most for tornadoes. Those are on the low end. So if I was a storm center, I wouldn't put no hand chance. I would put a slightly risk for tornadoes, because even look at the significant tornado parameters, not showing much. I mean, majority of the parameters is focused on South Carolina, but South Carolina is not seeing no tornadoes today. But the conditions are favorable, but they're not going to see no storms. So the parameters are not pretty hot for parts of Ohio Valley in West Virginia, but still there. We still got a decent amount of parameters, but not a whole lot. Very, very low today. So now, Even look at the heuristic tracks, the updraft heuristic tracks. It's showing a decent amount of tracks for parts of West Virginia, Eastern Ohio, but not as much, like barely some. We do got a few that is decent strong, like one right here and one towards North Carolina. So we got a decent amount that's strong, but not as much of them. So now we're gonna time this out. What the weather is going to look like as we go out towards the day. So first of all, we're going to start with 12 o'clock because this video is going to be up by 12 o'clock. I know these videos take a long time to upload. So right now, first of all, by the time we're getting towards the afternoon, we got a lot of storms coming through. But this is when our tornado threat starts kicking in later today. You can see very strong storms. You see these storms right here, these little bean-shaped storms. These are storms that could be due to our tornadoes. So that's why we have that tornado threat today, is because these storms could rotate. There's definitely going to be enough wind energy out in this atmosphere to rotate these storms. So that's why we have to watch a threat for tornadoes, is because the wind energy, the wind energy is going to be out there, and so is the Cape. So very strong storms making its way through as we get later out towards the day. Then these storms are out here as we're getting towards overnight hours. So yeah, by the time we're getting towards the overnight hour, these storms are out of here. So now, let's get right into the main topic of this video, because this is the main topic of this video. So now, what the weather is going to look like for the next coming days and weeks, because the weather pattern is fixing to change. We're going to have a lot of ridges that's going to take place in the eastern U.S. that's going to warm things up and make things feel like May instead of April, because, yeah, it's going to feel like May. And also, back towards the western U.S., you're going to see the opposite. You're going to be going back towards February and March, where temperatures is going to be below average, and you're going to be getting cold back again. So yes, so first of all, and yes guys, we do have more severe weather that's going to be coming in the future, and I'm fixing to show you that right now, because this is also very concerning, and this could be the part of the biggest severe event of the year, if not so far. Because look at this. If I go back to just the storm at Digger Center, we already have a day 5 a hinge risk, a large area of a day 5 a hinge risk for parts of a widespread severe weather. I mean, look at this. On day 5, guys, if I'm not mentioning this, showed you before, look at this. And again, on day 6. So we got another severe weather outbreak coming. Again, I got sometimes later next week because yes, it's not over yet, guys. Very, very active severe weather season. So we'll start with day 5. So day 5, we got severe weather. A large area of unsightly risk for parts of northern Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, Nebraska, Iowa, and western Arkansas and western Arkansas and western Missouri. And also, we got it again, guys. Another spread slightly risk on day 6. So we got more severe weather parts of western Tennessee, Arkansas, southeast Missouri, Illinois, and even parts of Wisconsin and even western Indiana. So yeah, very, very busy times ahead, guys. We got more severe weather coming. This is pretty active, guys. This is pretty active. We got a severe weather again coming up. So yes. So now let's get right back into the video. So now, by the time we get in towards tomorrow, that storm system is out of here. But watch this. By the time we get in towards next week, here, this is when our next severe weather starts kicking in. We get a very, very strong blow. And guys, let's look at this. Look how strong this low pressure is. I mean, this is why we already have a day 5 enhanced risk. At the same time, the system is very, very strong. I mean, 984 millibars. Boy, look at that. Very, very strong. That's going to bring very strong severe weather for parts of tornado eye. But look at this. The system gets even down strong. I mean, look at this. On April 16, guys, I mean, this is a little bit too far out to take it with a grain of salt, but boy, look how strong this system is. I mean, boy, it gets down to a 979 millibars. I mean, yeah, so next week is gonna mean business for severe weather. It's gonna mean business. I have to make another video on this pretty soon. I mean, day 5 enhanced risk pretty well. And look at this, that system is out of here. And look at this, by the time we get towards late April, we might get some more storms. System starts firing up for parts of the Ohio Valley. And we are still seeing snow, guys, for parts of the Rockies. So, yes. And look at this, by the time we get in towards April 20, which is a little bit too far out, we might get some more energy, some more rain showers that moves towards the southeast, but a little bit too far at that. So now, look at our 5 millibars. We're going to look at our 5 millibars jet stream. These are our jet streams. We got our Pacific jet stream down here and our polar jet stream up here, and this is winds 18,000 feet above our heads. So this is our 5 millibars jet streams. You can see this, that storm system's out here, but watch this. By the time we get in towards April 15th, this is why this is concerned, guys, because look at this. We get a very, very strong system, and look at this. Look at this. I mean, I'm not here to hype stuff up, but look how strong and negative tipped that trough is. You don't want to see that, guy. That is very, very strong. That is strong and you can't get no storms like this can get no burst of. I mean, look at the shape of that trough. That is very, very concerning. This is probably gonna be the biggest severe outbreak of the year. I mean, look at that. And not only that, the strength of it, that's 115 knots. And the way that storm is negative tipped it, wow. I mean, look at this. I mean, it does weaken up, but boy, that is something you don't want to see. Sorry about the hype there, but we're going to have severe weather on the 15 and 16, and these gonna be one of our bigger outbreaks. So if you live in parts, if y'all watching this from Oklahoma, please be aware for severe weather next week, because this could be the biggest of it. I mean, things could still change. It's a little bit too far out, and that's why this is the worst thing about it. That it's too far out. Models could change. Let's look at the last run from yesterday. Look at this. The last run from yesterday wasn't even showing a trough this strong. I mean, it's still showing it pretty decent, negative tilted and pretty strong, but not as strong like this run. So it's been showing for the past couple of runs. I mean, look at this run, this morning's run, much more stronger. So yeah, something we need to watch, not something you don't want to see. And that storm system is out of here, and light there is gonna be pretty quiet as we're going towards our later part of April. So yes, let's hope we don't get no worse than that. I mean, I already know it's gonna get worse than that because it's gotten worse since this run. But boy, that is very, very scary to see a trough like that. So we're gonna have a huge severe, if not tornado, outbreak next week. So pray for the people in Oklahoma in the Midwest. So now we're gonna look at our dew points for this severe weather event because yes, we got it again, and yes, by the time we get in towards April 15th, yes, dew points are gonna be up there, guys. And look at this, dew points in the mid to the upper to low 70s. This is that dew points are gonna be up there, boy. Like this is gonna be an outbreak. And look at this. Look at the sharp gradient of this. You got very, very cold and dry air, very close towards warm and moist air. That is why we already have a day 5 enhanced risk. They are very confident. Thanks for these models. And matter of fact, I don't want to just show you the European model. It's not just the European model showing us, even the GFS model showing us. Like, that's why they have so much agreement with this. And look at this. As we're getting towards April 16th, we got more severe weather again for y'all. So, yes. So let's go back to the wind speed. After showing you the European model, I also want to show you the GFS model. So the GFS model showing the same thing, but the GFS model showing the same thing like the European model, but a little bit more towards the south, but still showing the same strength and both showing a very strong negative tip to trough, moving towards the upper Midwest and then towards the Ohio Valley. I mean, boy, it's even showing on the GFS, man. And not only be that, let's look at one more model, the Canadian model. Oops, I did not mean to do that. Let's go. Let's lose the Canadian model because not just that, they're showing it. The Canadian model is showing it too. So how do I change it? Let's show you the Canadian model. Let's go back up here. The Canadian model. The Canadian model. Not as strong, but look at this. The Canadian model is showing the same thing. The same thing, showing a very strong negative tip to trough, moving towards Tornado Island and towards the Ohio Valley. I mean, boy, both three models are showing a very strong storm system. So that's why they have a disagreement. We got the Canadian model showing, the GFS model showing, and even the most accurate model, the European model showing. So it's going to be a big storm for parts of the plains. So yes. So now, how much energy is going to be in the atmosphere to support these storms? And this is also very concerning. So energy, wow, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 joules per kilogram. There's going to be enough wind energy out there. There's going to be enough moisture. I mean, look at this. I mean, it's going to be an outbreak next week. And look at this. This system does move farther towards the east, but we do lose our energy for day 6. But this could change. But day 5, boys, it's going to be very active. And not only that, what's even more concerning, the wind energy with this. Like, look at this. We got anywhere from 66 to 70 knot low level jet winds. Just all the greens are there. You got very strong wind energy. You got very strong K-bite, a lot of strong instability, and a lot of high dew points. I mean, boy, and it just gets stronger as it gets further north. I mean, this is a very powerful system. So now, how much light is going to be with these storms? Look at this. By the time we get towards the layer out, you can see, by the time we get in towards day 5, a severe weather event, and boy, look at these very strong storms are firing up. A lot of these storms can rotate. They can produce a lot of large hail, a lot of damaging winds, and big tornadoes, and also parts of Oklahoma, Kansas, very strong storms, and these storms does move towards the east, towards Ohio Valley on day 6. So yeah, very, very active storm system coming through. So now, let's get right in towards our water pattern, because our water pattern is fixing to change. So by the time we get in towards mid-April, yes, we got a storm system coming in, but at the same time, it's going to be very active back towards the west. While in the eastern U.S., it's going to be quiet, but also very hot. I mean, look at this. We're going to have a lot of region that's going to start building in for parts of the eastern U.S. So things are fixing to get like summertime for parts of the southeast. We got upper 80s and low 90s that should be coming in. But while in the western U.S., things are going to get pretty active. We're going to have multiple storm systems moving towards us. It's going to bring heavy snow for parts of the west, and also more severe weather for parts of the plains. So things are going to get very active. And look at this. We're going to still have that ridge in place, and the ridge just gets even more stronger for parts of the eastern U.S. I mean, look at that. Very strong ridge. I mean, yeah, it's going to get downright hot for parts of the southeast in the eastern U.S. That region very strong, so it's gonna feel like mid to late May for parts of the eastern U.S. The western U.S. a lot of troughing, so we're gonna have some cooler temperatures and weather conditions. So yeah, now we're gonna get right into the overall temperatures. What the temperature's gonna look for the next coming days. So this video is already 20 minutes long. So by the time we get in towards tomorrow, waking up tomorrow, it's gonna be pretty cold for parts of the upper Midwest. The southern U.S. is gonna be pretty mild. But look at this, our cold front moves make its way through. Things does warm back up as we get towards later today. But look at this, by the time we get in towards Saturday morning, yes, it's gonna be pretty chilly in parts of the southeast and Ohio vibe. But watch this, watch the plains. It gets very warm for parts of Oklahoma and Kansas on day. What's the peak heating? Okay, 5 o'clock. It's gonna be pretty warm, if not hot. In the same time, guys, it's gonna be pretty warm. Parts of Oklahoma, parts of Texas, parts of Kansas. No wonder we got so much Cape energy in the atmosphere. It's gonna be so warm, if not hot, for parts of the plains. It's gonna be pretty warm for majority of the U.S. Look at this. Even parts of South Dakota, North Dakota, it's gonna be warm. Pretty chilly for parts of the west. But look at this. The northeast still gonna be chilly. Not feeling like April. And look at this. Sunday morning. Wake up on Sunday morning, guys. Look at this. Yeah. It's gonna be pretty mild, pretty warm still. But look at this. It's gonna warm right back up as we get into our Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon. Look at this. Parts of Texas, Oklahoma. Look at this, very warm. It's gonna be hot. It's gonna be hot for a lot of places. I mean, look at this. You got temperatures in the upper 80s, low 90s, upper 90s for western Texas. Pretty warm. I mean, woo. And look at this. Look at this. It gets very warm. This is when things are getting very warm, guys. The whole central, the eastern, western U.S. Look at this. We got a difference. Look at this. The western U.S. gonna be pretty cold. The eastern U.S. just gonna be warm. I mean, look at this, very warm temperatures. Especially parts of western Texas, guys, in the hundreds. Boy, it's summertime. It's summertime. I mean, look at this, and this heat does get pretty far north. As far as north as South Dakota, temperatures in the upper 80s. I mean, wow. And look at this, it gets even worse. I mean, look at this on the 18th. Look at this. April 18th, it's going to be downright hot for parts of the southeast, including Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, and Virginia. Texas is going to be pretty hot. Look at this. The whole eastern U.S. is going to be hot. On the 19th, it's even worse. I mean, yeah. It's going to be pretty hot for the eastern U.S. But you can see, here comes this cold front. Our cold front is coming down, so that will kind of cool things down a little bit. So, yeah. So look at this. I mean, look at the temperature difference for parts of the U.S. You got very warm, if not hot temperatures for parts of the eastern U.S., while in the western U.S., you got very cold temperatures. So, yeah. Now let's get right towards temperatures anomalies, because we are about to see some above average temperatures. So by the time we get in towards April 12th, that cold front does make its way down, and we'll see below average temperatures just for a little bit, just for a couple of days. But get ready for a huge change as we go in towards mid-April. Look at this. As that region starts getting ready to start building up, look at these anomalies start building up. I mean, by the time we get in towards, especially around the 18th, we're gonna see a lot above average temperatures, especially parts of Ohio Valley. You can see anywhere from 23 to 25 degrees above average, and this doesn't continue. Look at this. Even parts of the southeast, we'll see above average temperatures for parts of Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina. A lot above average temperatures for parts of Texas. So, and yes, the anomaly map gets even worse. Look at this. On April 15th, parts of the upper Midwest, I mean, look at this. Parts of the Dakotas, Minnesota, I mean, look at this. Anomalies anywhere from 27 to 31 degrees above average. I mean, boy, wow. Pretty warm. Pretty warm. While in the western U.S., look at this. We got a lot of below average temperatures for parts of the western U.S. The upper mid, look at this. The western U.S., the Pacific Northwest got anywhere from 21 to 27 degrees below average. I mean, boy, this water pattern is weird. I mean, look at that. Look at this. It gets even worse for parts of the western U.S. the Colorado, Wyoming, got anomalies anywhere from 29 to 31 Celsius degrees below average. I mean, boy, we got the opposite right here. So now, climate prediction center. Yes, it look like it's going to be pretty warm for parts of the eastern U.S., while it's going to be pretty cold for parts of the western U.S. So, if you live in parts of the eastern U.S., especially Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, my neck of the woods, you have an 80 to 9% chance of seeing above average temperatures. Yes, we're definitely going to see above average temperatures because temperatures being the upper 80s, low 90s for this time of the year is pretty well. It's only, God, it's barely spring. And look at this. Parts of the northern U.S. going to see below average temperatures. Now, precipitation. Looks like it's going to be near-normal precipitation for parts of the eastern U.S. It's going to be a pretty wet one for parts of Ohio Valley. Thanks for this storm so that's going to come through. Like the western U.S., going to see below average precipitation, especially back towards California. So it's going to be a dry one for y'all. And back towards, down towards Florida, it's going to see below average precipitation. 8 to 14 day outlook. Yes, still we're going to still have above average temperatures for parts of the eastern U.S. We're going to still have below average temperatures for parts of the upper Midwest. Below like this, California going to see some above average temperatures. And look at this, precipitation. Still, it's going to be a wet one for parts of the South. There's a place for parts of Arkansas, western Tennessee, Mississippi. Going to see a lot of above average precipitation. And like it's still going to be a dry one for parts of the western U.S. So that's going to be it for this video. I hope you like it. Please hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you on my next video. Peace.